Recent studies show that over 80% of seniors over 60 experience some form of chronic joint stiffness or nagging pain, but a breakthrough discovery found that one specific evening drink fixed it in as little as 14 days. This is not about expensive physical therapy or those big pharmacy pills that tear up your stomach lining. This might be the only natural method that actually helps your joints move smoothly again after age 60, allowing you to move freely without that rusty hinge feeling in your knees and hips. What I am about to show you goes against everything typical doctors tell you about aging. They say pain is just part of getting older, but I am here to tell you that is a myth. By the end of this video, you will have the exact recipe for a simple evening drink that targets the swelling and soreness while you sleep, so you can wake up with the energy of someone 20 years younger. You do not have to settle for a life of limited movement. You do not have to accept that your best years of walking, traveling, and playing with family are behind you. This information is designed to give you back your independence and show you that your body still has an amazing ability to heal if you give it the right tools at the right time. I have helped thousands of people reclaim their active lifestyles, and I know how frustrating it is when you cannot even play with your grandkids or take a stroll through the park without reaching for an ice pack. If you are over 60 and experiencing persistent joint pain, you have probably tried common solutions like basic grocery store creams with zero long-term results. It is not your fault. Most of these treatments only hide the problem rather than addressing the real reason your joints hurt, which is the deep swelling and the loss of the natural cushion between your bones. Today, I am sharing 6 specific ingredients that actually work to rebuild your joints from the inside out. We are focusing on how to stop joint pain through the power of real nutrition. By the end of this session, you will know exactly how to prepare the ultimate evening drink to soothe your aches. You deserve to live a life defined by your experiences, not by your limitations or your pain levels. We are going to look at why these specific items work and give you a step-by-step plan to get you moving again. This is about more than just feeling better. It is about regaining your freedom. You have likely felt ignored by the traditional system, but here we look at the root causes of why seniors face these specific challenges. We are going to dive deep into the 6 items that can change everything for you. Number 1 is raw manuka honey. This is a special honey from New Zealand that is made by bees that visit the manuka bush. It has very high levels of healing compounds that give it unique powers to fight swelling and bacteria. It works by supporting a healthy gut. Since most of your immune system and your body swelling starts in your stomach, a healthy gut means healthier joints. This is a connection many people miss. Wait until you see how this helps, because as we get older, our digestion slows down and we don't absorb our nutrients as well. This honey provides a gentle energy and healing enzymes that help your body use all the other nutrients we talked about, like the turmeric and the collagen. Clinical trials have shown that this honey can lower the markers of swelling in the body when used every day. Frank, who is 81, added a teaspoon of this honey to his evening tea. He noticed his morning creakiness went away much faster than when he just drank the tea alone. To use it, add 1 teaspoon to your drink after it has cooled down a bit so you do not kill the healing enzymes with high heat. In the first 2 weeks, you will notice better digestion and less bloating. By day 30, the overall achiness in your body will feel much lower. Just remember to wait until your tea is warm rather than boiling before you stir it in. This honey is like a golden medicine, providing the enzyme support your aging body needs to process everything else you are taking. It makes the whole drink work better as a team. Number 2 is the golden root known as turmeric. Turmeric is a bright yellow spice that comes from a root and has been used for centuries for its healing powers. It contains a natural compound that acts as a powerful protector for your body. The science is simple. This golden spice blocks the molecules that travel through your body and cause your joints to swell up. By stopping this, turmeric acts as a natural switch to turn off joint soreness at the source. For seniors specifically, the body often lets swelling get out of control because the internal systems that manage heat and repair start to slow down. Turmeric helps fix this, reducing that morning stiffness that makes getting out of bed feel like a difficult chore. A study from a few years ago found that this spice was just as effective as common store-bought pain relievers, but without the stomach aches or the risk of thinning your stomach lining. I had a patient named Margaret who was 68 years old. She tried this, and in 3 weeks, she felt 50% less swelling in her knees, which allowed her to get back into her garden for the first time in years. She had almost given up on her roses, but this one change brought her back to her passion. To use it, use 1 teaspoon of powder or a bit of fresh root. You must add a tiny pinch of black pepper to make sure it actually stays in your system, because pepper increases the absorption by a massive amount. Add it to warm almond or coconut milk in the evening. In the first week, you should feel less heat around your joints. By day 30, expect much smoother movement in your hips and shoulders. After 90 days, the benefits really peak as your body maintains a steady level of this protector. Just remember that this works best with a little bit of healthy fat like coconut oil to make sure your body absorbs every bit of it. If you skip the pepper or the fat, the turmeric just passes through you without doing its job. Think of this root as your first line of defense against the fire of swelling that keeps you stationary. Number 3 is Tart cherry juice. This is the juice from a specific kind of sour cherry that is much more powerful than the sweet ones you eat for dessert. These cherries are loaded with natural plant colors that have massive healing effects. They specifically help lower the acid levels in your blood, which can stop sharp crystals from forming in your joints. When those crystals form, it feels like having tiny shards of glass inside your knees every time you take a step. But before I give you number 3, you need to understand one big mistake most people make. Seniors often struggle with sleep, and these cherries are a natural source of the hormone that tells your body it is time to rest. This helps you stay in a deep sleep where your joint tissue actually heals itself. If you are not sleeping, your joints are not repairing. Research shows that people who drank this juice felt significantly less pain after being active compared to those who did not. A man named Robert, who was 72, started drinking 8 ounces of Tart cherry juice every evening. Within 10 days, the sharp stabs of pain in his big toe completely vanished. He was able to put on his regular shoes again instead of wearing loose slippers all day. To use it, drink 8 ounces of the unsweetened kind, or 2 tablespoons of a concentrate mixed with water. Drink this about an hour before bed for the best sleep and joint benefits. In the first week, you will likely notice you are sleeping more soundly through the night. By day 30, expect a big improvement in how flexible you feel when you first stand up. Just make sure the label says unsweetened because added sugars cause more swelling and will ruin the benefits of the cherries. Sugar is the enemy of joint health, so choosing the pure juice is the only way to get the results Robert did. This juice is like a cooling bath for your internal systems, washing away the acids that cause you so much grief. Number 4 is liquid ginger. Ginger is a root that has been used for a long time to help with digestion and body aches. Ginger contains special oils that stop the body from making the chemicals that cause your joints to wear down over time. Here is what most people do not realize. Ginger is also a natural way to boost your blood flow. Many seniors suffer from cold joints because blood is not moving well to the extremities. When your joints are cold, they are stiff and prone to injury. Ginger helps drive fresh, warm, nutrient-rich blood into the areas that need it most. A study published in a major health journal found that ginger reduced pain and stiffness in knee joints by 40%. That is almost half of the pain gone just from a root. I worked with a woman named Sarah who was 64. She added fresh ginger tea to her nightly routine, and in just 2 weeks her finger joints felt less thick and she could finally wear her wedding ring again for the first time in a decade. She was so emotional when that ring slid on easily. To use it, steep 1 tablespoon of freshly grated ginger in hot water for 10 minutes. You can also add a few drops of a liquid ginger extract to your evening cherry juice. In the first week, you should feel better warmth and circulation in your hands and feet. By day 30, you will notice fewer sharp and shooting pains. If you are on any blood-thinning medication, just check with your doctor first because ginger naturally helps the blood flow more easily. Ginger is like a natural heater for your body, melting away the tension and the coldness that makes movement so painful in the winter months or early mornings. Number 5 is collagen. Collagen is the most common protein in your body, and it acts like the glue that holds your joints, skin, and tendons together. As we age, that glue starts to dry up and crack. The version you want is called hydrolyzed because it is broken down into tiny pieces so your body can digest it easily. It provides the specific building blocks that your body uses to make new cushion for your joints. It literally gives you the raw materials for repair. Number 3 is where it gets interesting because after age 60, our body production of this glue drops by over half. Adding it back in is often the only way to keep your back and knees feeling sturdy and supported. A famous study found that people taking this for several months showed significant improvement in joint comfort while walking and standing up from a chair. An active senior named Jim, who was 69, struggled with hip pain that kept him off the golf course. After 60 days of using this daily, he was back to walking 3 miles a day comfortably, and his swing was better than ever because he wasn't flinching from pain. To use it, mix 1 scoop of unflavored powder into your warm evening drink. It has no taste and dissolves completely. This takes a little longer to work than the spices do because you are rebuilding physical tissue. In the first month, you might feel small changes in your skin and nails, but by day 90, you will feel a real strength and sturdiness in your joints that was not there before. Look for a version that says it is specifically for joints, often called type 2, to get the best results. Collagen is the structural foundation of your mobility. Without it, your bones are essentially rubbing together without a buffer. This powder provides that buffer once again. Number 6 is magnesium. This is a vital mineral that helps with hundreds of things in your body. But most importantly, it helps your muscles relax. The specific kind you want is called magnesium bisglycinate because it is very gentle on the stomach and easy for your cells to soak up. It acts as a natural relaxer for your muscles. Many times what we think is joint pain is actually very tight muscles pulling on the joint and making it hurt. If your muscles are constantly in a knot, your joints will never feel better. Drop a comment if you have experienced this before, where your muscles feel like tight bands of iron. Not having enough magnesium is a huge problem for seniors, and it leads to leg cramps and restless joints that keep you awake all night long. Research shows that people who get enough of this mineral have stronger bones and much less risk of long-term knee problems. Dorothy, who is 75, suffered from a burning pain at night that made her want to kick her legs constantly. Within 5 days of using this specific form of magnesium, she was sleeping through the night without waking up in pain. To use it, take about 200 to 400 milligrams in powder form mixed into your drink. This is often the fastest acting item on our list. You should notice more relaxed muscles and much better sleep within the first 3 days of using it every night. Avoid the cheaper versions like magnesium oxide that cause a bathroom emergency because you want something that stays in your system to help you heal, not something that just passes through. Magnesium is the great relaxer. It calms the nervous system and allows your body to enter a state of healing rather than a state of stress. Now, before you try these, let me warn you about 3 common mistakes that I see seniors make all the time. Mistake number 1 is using the wrong version of turmeric. Many people just buy the cheapest spice they can find on the bottom shelf of the grocery store. This usually does not have enough of the healing part to work because it has been sitting in a warehouse for months. Without black pepper or a little bit of fat, your body will just wash it away and you will have wasted your money. You must use a good quality powder to see real relief. Mistake number 2 is not being consistent. Most seniors try a drink once or twice and stop because they do not feel 20 years old again the next day. Natural remedies take time to build up in your body and change your chemistry. If you skip days, the swelling will just come back and you'll be back at square one. You need to commit to at least 3 weeks of daily use before you judge the results. Mistake number 3 is eating sugary snacks or processed white bread with your drink. This is the one that ruins everything. Sugar is like fuel for the fire of joint pain. It creates a massive wave of swelling that will overpower any healing drink you take. If you drink this healing tea but eat a sugary cookie or a piece of cake with it, you are making the problem worse at the same time you are trying to fix it. Keep your evening routine healthy and free of refined sugar for the best results. These mistakes are the difference between someone who stays in pain and someone who finds total freedom. To get the best results and really change your life, follow this simple action plan starting tonight. In the morning, drink plenty of water, maybe with a squeeze of lemon, to keep your body clean and hydrated. Dehydration makes joint pain much worse. In the afternoon, try to do 10 minutes of very gentle movement like a short walk around the house or some light stretching while sitting in a chair. About an hour before bed, make your joint drink. Mix 1 cup of warm almond or coconut milk with your turmeric, a pinch of pepper, your scoop of collagen, a bit of ginger, and your magnesium powder. Once it is warm but not boiling, stir in your teaspoon of manuka honey. This becomes a relaxing ritual that also heals you. In the first 2 weeks, expect to see better sleep and a little less stiffness when you wake up. By day 30, you should notice a big change in how you move during the day. Getting out of a chair or your car should feel much easier and less like a struggle. After 90 days, most people feel like a brand new person and can go back to the hobbies they had to give up years ago. It is okay if you can only do a few of these items to start if you are on a budget. Even doing just the turmeric and the cherry juice will make a massive difference. The key is to do it every single night without fail. This is your new evening tradition for health. Imagine 90 days from now. You wake up in the morning and instead of groaning or holding onto the furniture for support, you simply stand up. You move through your day and realize you have not even thought about your knees or your back for hours. You go to bed knowing you lived your day to the fullest without the shadow of pain hanging over you. No more skipping the walks with friends because you're afraid you can't keep up. No more missing out on the things you love, like dancing or traveling. No more feeling like your body is a cage that you're trapped in. Just freedom and comfort. You can have this. You deserve this. You have watched this far, which shows you are ready to make a change and take your health seriously. This is not hard or expensive compared to the cost of being immobile. It is simple, natural, and it works because it works with your body's own healing systems. It starts with taking action tonight. Your future self will be so happy you made this choice to invest in your own comfort. You have so much more life to live, and it should be lived without pain. If this was helpful and gave you some hope, hit that like button. It helps other seniors find these solutions so they can stop hurting too, and we can spread this message of healing. Tell me your age in the comments and let me know which of these ingredients you are going to try first. I read every comment and I want to hear how you are doing on this journey. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel because I share helpful videos like this every week specifically for senior health and natural ways to stay young. Watch the next video on the screen to learn about the 3 foods that might be secretly making your joint pain worse every single day. It is the perfect next step for what you just learned and will help you clear out the bad stuff while you add in the good.